You know, my first Sauces Boss was so great, well, not on my own volition, but people seem to like it a lot of views. I wanted to continue with the series, and I want to talk about another great sauce. And I want to talk about this one little thing right here. This is garlic. Garlic. I use it in so many things, I love it, and it's great. Garlic is wonderful because it has so many medicinal values. It helps lower bad cholesterol, it helps lower blood pressure, it helps boost the immune system, so many things. But on top of that, it's delicious. So today we're going to make a garlic sauce. And here's Leroy here with it. Garlic sauce is boss, baby. And we're going to have some fun with this today. And I'm going to make a sauce. Like everything else, there's a million ways to make garlic sauce, but a lot of it could be fattening, unhealthy. I'm making a garlic sauce, a Lebanese garlic sauce called toum. All right? And it only has 4 ingredients in it. And I'm going to show you those right now. We have the garlic, of course. We have salt, not a lot of salt. There's a reason using it. We have oil, and we have lemon. I also have oregano here. This is the 5th thing that I like to put it into. That's my own thing because it adds a little flavor. A friend of mine that owns a Mediterranean restaurant makes a garlic sauce like this, and it's really good. But this is really easy to make. It's vegan, and it's very healthy. So I'm going to make a small amount right now. You could use a blender, but I use a food processor because it really gets into it right now, and it really just emulsifies and mixes everything much better than a blender. But you can use a blender. So what I have right here is a 1/2 cup of garlic cloves. And what I'm going to add is just basically a teaspoon of salt to this to the garlic cloves. And I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt. Now, you want to put the salt in here because what the salt does, it helps grate the garlic. And it helps finely grate it. And that's what you really want. That's what the salt does. But of course, the salt also gives it a certain taste. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to just grate this garlic. Now, I'm just going to turn it off for a second because this is a process. I'm going to do this quickly, but you really want to do this. It takes anywhere from 15 minutes, maybe to a ½ hour. So basically what you see now, Barbara, show them here, come on in, that the garlic is grated in there with the salt. And the salt helps grate it and it kind of puts it all together, kind of binds it somewhat. That's what you really want, okay? So the next thing we're going to do, after we do that just takes a couple of seconds. We're going to start adding just a little bit of oil. Now, I'm using olive oil. Most recipes will tell you don't use olive oil because it will overpower the garlic. Trust me, ain't nothing can overpower garlic. And I like this. I'm using this regular olive oil, not extra virgin. You can use canola oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, all those things. No. They are less healthy. And that's why I don't want anybody to use those oils. Olive oil is the most healthy oil. Vegetable oil, no, you don't want to use that. Olive oil, just trust me on this. So what I'm going to do, in order to make this really work, because this is kind of like a pasty, creamy kind of sauce, I'm just going to add just a couple of teaspoons full of the olive oil in first. And then I'm going to turn it on again, the processor. Want to do a little at a time, all right? Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take this off here, and you can take a look at it now and see how creamy it's starting to get. And that's just with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in with the garlic and the salt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in lemon. They suggest in some recipes about a ½ cup, but again, it's like everything else, season to taste. Now what the lemon does, it helps emulsify the oil, and that's what you want. And it also gives it a fantastic taste. So once again, okay. Now this process can go on and on and on when you want to get it really fine, but we don't have time for that for this particular video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the rest of the olive oil that I have here. All right. And I'm going to add in the rest of the lemon. And trust me, this is still going to be very good. But what you really want to do to take your time is just add a little bit at a time, you know. But we don't really need that for this right now. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this on again. Oh, sole amigo, my garlic sauce, my garlic sauce is bought. Barbara's about too through with me. Now, take a look at this. Look at this. Look how creamy and white that looks. It's just absolutely fantastic. So, for me, as I said, those are the 4 ingredients. But I'm doing this a la Chef Julian and adding some oregano in. And trust me, the oregano gives it a different kick. And it also, outside of just looking like a cream, it has a little bit of color to it. And that's what you want with this. You know, when you're serving anything, you want it to really look good. I mean, it can taste good, but if it don't look good, you only got half the battle, baby. All right, so here we go. Voila. Barbara, come in here, babe. We got some serious garlic sauce. Now, let me just taste a little bit of this. Wee daddy. Wee daddy. Okay, I'm not going to double dip. Barbara's going to cut my head off. So, what do you do with garlic sauce? Well, there's a lot of things you can do with it. It's great on fish. It's great on meat and steak. It's great on salads, vegetables, all sorts of seafood. But what we're going to do today are 2 things. I'm going to make a wrap, and I'm going to use the garlic sauce on this. So what I'm going to do right now is pour a little bit of this garlic sauce. Let me take out the blade here. And I'm going to pour some of this garlic sauce into a little cup. And I'm going to take it right past Leroy over to the stove. So here we have 2 spinach wraps. One for me, one for Barbara. T for 2 and 2 for T. And Barbara's like about to kill me. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put, I really don't like to use processed meats, but I do like smoked turkey breast. And this is pretty good. It doesn't, where I get mine from doesn't have a whole lot of preservatives and stuff in it. So I'm going to lay this here on this wrap. And after I do that, I'm going to put a little garlic sauce on here. Pour a little garlic sauce on. Oh my God. If your mouth isn't watering now. And I'm going to take some provolone cheese. And I'm going to put that over. Just 3 slices. Next, I'm going to take some sliced tomatoes. You can use any kind that you want. And I'm using iceberg lettuce. You can use any kind of greens that you want, mixed spring greens or whatever. You can use arugula. You can use your imagination. I'm just using the iceberg, and I'm going to pour a little bit more over this. Okay, and there you have it. So now I'm going to close this wrap up. That's the tricky part with wraps. I can never get wraps right all the time. But I'm going to get this wrap right today. And I'm going to fold this wrap as we go here. Ooh, this is a big wrap. And I'm going to fold it over this way. And there you have the wrap. Now, this wrap, you know, this is a kind of big one. It's kind of bulky, but I tell you what. Listen, I'm out of breath talking about it. This is the mother. The garlic sauce just gives it that bite. a little acidity to it, but it's fantastic. For the 4th, we went over a friend's house and they had a seafood boil. We had crab legs, lobster, potatoes, chicken sausage, mussels, clams, shrimp. And you can take this garlic sauce and just pour it over. Corn in there. And let me tell you something. You can pour it on there, or you can just use it as a dip. Oh, but Lord have mercy. Does it really bring out the flavor of that seafood boil? I didn't take this over there yesterday because I took some leftovers, but I don't want to excite them too much. People trying to get all your stuff. I ain't exciting nobody, but too much. But the bottom line is, garlic sauce is boss. And this is a Lebanese garlic sauce called Toum, Toum. Healthy, vegan, not fattening, and you're going to love it on a whole bunch of things. I'm out!